Hello everyone, my name is History Nuggets, and today we are going to be talking about the Norwegian campaign of World War II. After the German invasion of Poland and the onset of World War II, Neville Chamberlain, Prime Minister of Great Britain, wanted to escalate the war during the Phoney War to open secondary fronts to avoid trench warfare and a repeat of the First World War. During this, the Norwegian government would mobilize heavily, protecting their neutrality. After the war had started, however, the British would pressure heavily to provide their navy to the Allies. The Norwegians would agree, but would be concerned with their supply lines. The Norwegian supply lines were super important, thanks to iron ore from Sweden, which Germany desperately needed. The Allies wished Norway to stop these exports, but Norway would refuse. Moreover, the Soviet war against Finland caused the Allies to support Scandinavia. The Allies hoped to prevent Nazi expansion in the region and to stop exports, while the German plans under Operation Weserbrunn were to secure the port of Narvik. The Germans would mobilize a mass campaign of 120,000 soldiers in 7 divisions, as well as many panzer and artillery units. The Norwegians would have 55,000 troops, while the Allies would have 38,000 men ready to defend Norway. The campaign would begin with the quick conquest of Denmark to gain air superiority. The Germans would cross the Danish border and would capture airports through air paratroopers. King Christian X would be given an ultimatum, and with the Danes having barely any defense, would accept. The Germans would then take over the country, just like that. German forces, after invading Denmark, would land at Trondheim, Bergen, Stavanger, and Oslofjord. The Allied Navy would then combine and begin attempting to gain naval superiority, which would be extremely hard thanks to the German Luftwaffe. German destroyers would arrive at Narvik, which would result in a battle that saw the British opening fire on German destroyers. After the engagement was over, the British would be defeated, resulting in the counterattack, which saw the HMS Truant sink German light cruisers. After another engagement, the British would disengage, thanks to German air superiority. General Otto Rugge would be commanding general, hoping to focus on delaying any German advance from Oslo to allow the Allies to recapture Trondheim. The defense of Oslofjord would be led by Major General Karl Johan Eriksson. The German advance, however, was extremely fast, leading to Norwegian mobilization beginning with major chaos. The German offensive aimed at connecting Oslo and Trondheim forces, with Honefest being captured. After this, Norwegian resistance would begin, with the village of Hauksbakk seeing major fighting. The Germans would break through thanks to tanks, however. The collapse of the Norwegian defense began when 3,000 Norwegians entered Sweden to avoid fighting. 2 more battalions would surrender in Kongsberg as well. The southern forces under Eleanor Luxlag would then surrender in Setesdal, with the southern front collapsing after. The Allies, seeing all of this, would abandon any hope of capturing Trondheim. The Allied forces would fight on the 20th of April, with heavy fighting occurring in the cities of Trenton, Favang, Vinstra, Vam, Strøya, and Otta. The British would halt German advances for a couple of days, but thanks to the mighty Luftwaffe, these attempts were futile. The only Norwegian army that was truly organized, under General William Stephans, would attempt to recapture Bergen. However, Norwegian naval forces would lose thanks to planes attacking, and the town would fall. The Allies, seeing these German advances, began withdrawing, seeing major German bombings during the withdrawal. The Germans would then link Oslo and Trondheim, and the Battle of Telemark would happen, leading to Norway collapsing shortly after. The occupation of Norway would see heavy mistreatment by the Germans, with many escaping to Sweden during this occupation. Moreover, the devastating blows would see British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain resigning, and Winston Churchill taking full command. The German victories also set sail for the eventual invasion of France. This is History Nuggets. Thank you for watching.